Hey guys, so I know I said that I'd be branching out and talking about other topics than the ones I normally talk about on my channel, but I did say that what I normally talk about is going to stay the main subject of my channel, and the next few videos are going to be about that sort of topic, transgenders and transgender related topics. So this next video is going to be about Jude Karda, and Jude Karda is another transgender who just went on testosterone a little over a month ago. And she released a video because even her own fans were reaching out to her saying that they didn't think testosterone was the correct decision for her. So this is her response. And as you can tell, she doesn't even seem 100% sure. So as always, I'm concerned for her. And it's gotten to the point where, like, I'm getting honestly tired of making these videos. But there's a reason that I make these sort of videos. Because even though I know that in all likelihood these people are not going to listen to me, I know other people are listening. I recently got notified on my Ask FM that somebody was identified as non-binary and she was going to take testosterone, and now she wasn't. And she said, "Thank you so much. You have potentially saved my life." And that was honestly really touching. That was genuinely really touching. And it's the reason I make these sort of videos, to be honest. Because I know even though these people probably aren't listening, I know other people are. And these videos can impact real people who this might not be the right decision for. So, without further ado, let's get into the video.
Hey guys, it's Jude here, and today I'm going to be talking a little bit about, I guess, people's concerns. I went to lunch with my aunt, and she asked the question that I get asked a lot by different people. Basically, she's a bit confused, she's a bit lost on the situation as to why I'm going on T, and if I'm 100% sure that I want to go on this and be on this and all the side effects that come with it and everything, if I'm doing it for myself. Am I doing this for me? So I understand the concern, and it's hard because it's almost like I'm under a microscope for this part of my life. It's like, yes, you know, I'm going through something, but this is only part of my life. Just because I'm filming it doesn't mean that it's any more important. I want to film the rest of my life. I like filming my life. This just happens to be a part of it, and people want to make a big deal out of it. Like, I want to film it because I want to film it, and I want to share my story, my experiences, and why not?
Okay, the fact that you're flippantly dismissing such a big decision as going on testosterone, it's just, oh, it's another part of my life, concerns me. Testosterone is a huge decision, and I'm planning on releasing a video at some point. It's gonna take a while because I have a lot of other videos I have to get through, and I'm probably gonna have to script at least part of it. But I'm gonna be talking about the changes that I've been through on testosterone, experience that I've been through it. It's a huge decision, and it just impacts you in so many ways. And it's something that honestly I think only trans guys should be going on at this point, because there's no evidence that non-binary is even a legitimate medical condition, especially with all these people going on it just because they don't conform to gender roles. And I've seen some of Jude's videos, and it's honestly, she has the same excuses behind it as does any other transgender out there. There's not any legitimate reason other than the other SJWs. So I honestly am really concerned that she's just seeing it as just like an accessory, like a fashion trend, basically. And she's saying, oh, it's just another part of my life. You guys shouldn't be concerned. No, not only should other people be concerned about this, especially your family, the fact that she's talking about her aunt, you should be concerned. You should be the most concerned person about going on testosterone.
Like, I'm just so confused why people, like, for myself, I see it as, you know, they need a reason. And I do have my reasons, but why do I need to explain myself to you? You know, like, why do I have to explain myself? I don't ask you why you choose to, you know, wear what you wear and dress how you like and wear a bra or not wear a bra, wear boxers, not wear boxers. Like, I don't judge you on how you present yourself, so why are you judging me so harshly on how I present myself?
Two things. First of all, you're making a false equivalency. You're talking about clothing. Testosterone is not clothing. It is hormones that you have to take for the rest of your life. Even when you go all the changes that you will experience on testosterone, you have to take it for the rest of your life. I know this. I'm on testosterone. If you're really serious about this transitioning thing, which I hope that she isn't, because she's in a trans guy, she's not transitioning to male, you would have to be on testosterone for the rest of your life. So the fact that you're comparing it to clothing, really shows that you don't understand what it is. And this is why I don't think people like this should be on testosterone, because you don't even understand what it is. And again, she's one of these people who went to the informed consent clinic and got it in a couple of months. So again, this really concerns me. And then she had a little footnote there. I feel like I'm being interrogated for being myself. No, you're being asked on why you're going on testosterone so quickly when you're not even transitioning to male.
I don't know how, I'm really bad at communicating, and that's why I'm so glad that I met Cody. And, you know, so many people are really negative sometimes towards him, saying that, like, maybe he's pushing me towards this, that, the other, and that's not true at all. Yes, he has opened me to a whole new world of people and networking and friends and community, and it's amazing how much I've grown and experienced just through one other person, and that's a great thing. You shouldn't think that I'm being persuaded by someone else.
So, for those of you who don't know who she's talking about, Cody is her boyfriend, and Cody is a trans guy. So, again, this really concerns me that people like Chandler and people like her happen to have people in their lives who are trans guys. Well, Chandler especially, because she's not only engaged to a trans guy, but she also has a sister who's a trans woman. In the context of people they know who are trans, they are also trans. It's like, what are the chances of that? Now, I'm not saying, obviously, that you can't be trans and have a sibling who is trans or have a significant other who is trans. There are plenty of trans people who date other trans people. There are plenty of trans people who happen to have trans siblings. That totally exists. That's totally a thing. It's just that, especially when it's in the context of them being trans, like, oh, this person who is trans opened me up to being trans. It just doesn't seem likely. So it's kind of a red flag.
This is my life. I'm unhappy. I just want you guys to know that I've lived my life as Sarah for a year, for over a year, for longer. When I came back from modeling, I lived my life as Sarah, and I was not happy. Yes, I could live that life, and it looked like I was smiling, and it looked like I was creating all these looks and having a great time and getting all these sponsors and clothes and stuff, but I wasn't happy, and I wasn't happy with myself. And when I first put on a binder, I just broke down into tears. I was so happy when I got my testosterone, and it's so hard for me because I don't communicate that well with people. So when people just ask me, like, why are you doing this? Are you sure you're doing it for yourself? And I don't have the words to try to communicate. For me, it's so confusing why they would ask me that, because I wouldn't ask you that. So when you tell me it's confusing why I would choose this, I don't fully, just see it from my perspective.
Okay, so I do genuinely have some sympathy for Jude in this regard when she talks about how she has some communication issues and doesn't understand when people have concerns for her. I'm not the greatest with communicating myself, and if Jude genuinely has some issues, I'm wondering if it could have had something to do with her being convinced she was non-binary. I'm just speculating here. I've actually heard of some people with autism being led to think that they were trans just because they didn't conform to gender roles. I mean, I don't know if Jude has autism or if she has some legitimate diagnosed communication issue or if she's just not a great communicator. But whatever her problem is, she could have legitimately been led into something. I don't know, I'm just speculating here.
It's people telling me, this isn't right, this isn't who you are. They're not saying that directly, but it's indirectly, and it's frustrating because I feel like I'm happy, and I was so happy to get on my testosterone and everything, and now I just have to deal with everyone asking me are you sure, is this right, blah blah blah. If you're wondering, watch my videos. I make videos about my life and my experience to tell you guys what's going on, so that it's not that hard to understand and that it's easier. And I want to make it easier for people to understand, and I want people to see that non-binary people are normal people. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. I'm still learning, but I know that I'm happy, and that's all that matters.
Okay, so her side note says, not sure how much facial hair will get, or other side effects that'll come with tea. So I can understand not sure how much facial hair I'll get. Obviously, no trans guy knows how much facial hair you'll get, but you're not even claiming to be a trans guy. Which, it always confuses me when these people who don't claim to be trans guys go on hormones that are supposed to be for trans guys. But anyway, I can understand that, because obviously no trans guy knows how much facial hair he'll get. That's just almost impossible to predict. But, or other side effects that'll come with tea, you're supposed to have researched those. Just the fact that these people don't even research that really concerns me. It really does.
So can we please just stop trying to focus on this stupid thing?
It's not stupid. It's genuinely concerning that you don't even know the full risks of this. And these concerns were coming from her family. These concerns were coming from her fans. They weren't even coming from people who weren't associated with her at all. The fact that she's just dismissing them is really concerning. It seems oddly defensive, like she's not even sure about this decision. And this reason why she's not sure about this decision is because, from what I can tell from her videos, she's not trans.
I'm happy, so why can't you guys just accept that? Only a year and a half ago, that's when I really started to grasp who I am and, you know, what makes me happy. And it's funny when you guys are like, oh, Cody's the one who influenced us. It's like, yes, he did influence because he helped me along the way. He gave me his binders. And a lot of people say when you're with someone, you kind of develop more of their personality into yours. And yes, that is true. You become more open to that other person, you know, creativity or thoughts or perspective, I guess.
Okay, I brought this up before, but I'm going to bring it up again. When somebody else is trans, and when you claim to be trans because that person opened you up to a new community and all of that, it's really concerning. Being trans does not come from somebody else. It comes from you. It comes from a discomfort with your sex characteristics. That is all. It does not come from another person. Now, obviously, there are plenty of people who have started dating somebody who's trans and they just so happen to be trans. Or there are plenty of people who have siblings who's trans and they just so happen to be trans. That can totally happen. I'm not saying that can happen. But in the context of that other person being trans, that come out as trans, no, that's not how being trans works. So again, this really concerns me. And the fact that they're bringing that up as a concern for you, and that this is your own family, and that this is your own fans, that is something that you should be concerned about.
You shouldn't be scared to be yourself, no matter how many people may say the opposite and may, you know, say, well, maybe you're wrong, maybe that's not what's going to make you happy. And you can't listen to them, you gotta listen to your own self, your own heart. If that's what's telling you, if that's what makes you happy, just be yourself, be confident in yourself, don't be scared, like, it's gonna be okay. It's just, it's hard when you have other people telling you that it's wrong and that that's probably not right and that you're gonna regret it.
Like your own fans, like your own family, like people who genuinely care. You're pushing the people who genuinely care about you. And that's the thing that worries me. These aren't even just people coming out of the blue. That's the thing that worries me. And you're pushing them all away. You're pushing them all away, and in all likelihood, not even transgender. And the fact that she got on testosterone so quickly after coming out, like she literally got it like a month after coming out. Again, it concerns me. That's why people are worried. They're worried because you got in so quick. They're worried on it because you don't even claim to be a trans guy. They're worried on it because there is something suspicious that you're dating a trans guy who's also on testosterone and who also might be influencing you. And the fact that you're pushing them all away. And the funny thing about this is that there are so many comments from her own fans, from her own supporters, saying, Jude, I'm really concerned for you. I'm concerned that you're pushing all of us away. We were just worried about you, that's all. You don't need to react like this. So, I am really concerned for her, and I hope that she doesn't end up seriously messed up and making the wrong decision because of this. Although she probably is. I mean, what can you say? There's not much more to say about this. I think I've already said everything I want to say about this. I am starting to get sick of making these videos. This was a highly requested video that everybody wanted me to do, and I am going to continue to make these videos because I know, after getting that comment on my Ask FM, that people are listening. Even if people like Jude aren't listening, even if Ash isn't listening, well, I know Ash is listening, actually. Even if Chandler isn't listening, people are listening, and I am making a difference, whatever small difference I'm making. So, I hope you enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.
Feel the funk blast!